Our waste detector is the place where we bring back recommendations for cost savings. First of all, to access it is very simple. Simple clicking on recommendations and waste detector will bring us to the page and we'll be supplied with the recommendations. The recommendations are based on a combination of pre-built algorithms and of course heavy usage of AI. Now we have over 80 recommendations built into the system for different services. We can see here a large array example of them. We have recommendations for termination. This is, in other words, resources that should be deleted as they seem to be unused resources. We know this by seeing that there is no usage, no metrical usage there, such as CPU or SQL queries and etc. So by clicking on it, it will be filtered out and we can see all of the recommendations of resources that should be deleted and the annual cost associated with deleting these and the summary here, which is $14,000. Again, if I move back to the main screen, we can see that the overall potential savings is $33,000. This is for all of the recommendations together. We also have recommendations for right sizing. This is where we recognize that your resources are oversized, costing you too much money, and you could potentially be saving money by reducing the size of the resource. So we can see here, for example, an EC2 right sizing recommendation, where if I open it up, we see the metrics. As we can see here, they're very low. They're below 2%, even below 1%. We see the actual size of the current resource and we get the recommendation for the change. So in this case, we can see it's reducing the 32 gigabyte to 16 gigabyte and the 4 CPUs to 2 CPUs. And the overall saving for this will be $972 annually. We also automatically track any changes. So as soon as you make the change, we'll remove the recommendation and mark it as completed. The other recommendations that we have are generation upgrades, which are very similar to right sizing by changing resources to newer versions that will save money, and commitments. Commitments is the place where we recognize options for you to commit to either 1 year or 3 year to a certain resource and receive a discount from the cloud provider. In this case, RDS, which is a database. So we have multiple options. We have a 1 year commitment or a 3 year commitment, and we can see the annual savings that we will receive. Obviously, the longer the commitment, the higher the savings. And we will also work back for you exactly when the break-even point is. So in this case, if we take a 1 year commitment, after 8 months, we already break even, which means the following 4 months, we are saving money. We have the option for comments. So if you have to talk to another team and receive permission, and you can add a comment saying, waiting for update from team X, for instance. We also have the option for exclusions. Now, when we exclude, it doesn't mean that it will disappear forever. We can choose the period for which we want to exclude the recommendation and also write a comment. Why? It might be a demo environment or a POC, and we don't want to lose the recommendation, but we would like to move it out of view and have it come back when it's more relevant. Therefore, we have the option to choose until when we perform the exclusion. And the final thing is we also track all savings. So if I go back to the main screen just so we can see everything, we click here so we can see potential savings or the savings that we have that we can still perform, and actual savings are the savings that we've already performed. So simply by clicking on it, it will show me all savings over the past year and how much I've saved. So in this case, we've already saved $200,000 by implementing the recommendations, and we can see all of the recommendations down here with the cost associated with them. Of course, this can also be exported into a CSV file. So again, if I need to kind of explore this a bit further, maybe inject it into a BI system or anything like that, we can also do that as well. So very advanced waste detector capabilities with very high cost recommendation savings, mix of AI and obviously our own proprietary algorithms, and helps save a very lot of money on cloud accounts.